Hello, Speed Gaming. I do apologize for the wait here. Some of our runners are still getting set up. We will be starting shortly. I can't say how much longer you guys are going to have to wait, but it's not going to be long. Don't worry, we're getting started very soon.
Well, with that being said, hello everybody and welcome once again to Speed Gaming following that amazing Legend of Zelda run. What was that? Link to the Past? That was always
Yep, that was a Link to the Past race.
Well, look at that. We're following Link to Past with some Metroid cross game. Can't complain about that. With that being said, welcome. My name's Marion, and joining me today is Pierre. How are you today?
I'm doing great. I'm doing good.
Alrighty, I love hearing that. Oh, well, we have Naii-si getting set up. Let's get some background information on our two teams today. Could be wrong, but I believe we're in the losers quarterfinals of the bracket with PVC Pipe versus Naii-si. PVC Pipe consists of Inner Slice and Shorek, with Naii-si considering of Naii the Baff and Feisy. Now, the interesting to point out, though, is Naii-si is running a 6-0. Naii-si has not lost any of their matches yet. But that could come to a change.
That's impressive. Somebody's got to lose today, and there's, I'm not about to submit to the probabilistic fallacy. This obviously isn't a 50-50, but the odds still are pretty strong here that Naii-si could end up taking home an L. Because these are both very strong teams. To get this far, you had to be very, very good at the game.
Oh, I'm incorrect. I got my information wrong from an invalid source. Naii-si did lose one. They're running a 5-1. I did background on the wrong team again. They're 7-1. 7-1. The one was to check the tree. I should really learn to double check my sources. Oh, Marion's screwing up.
It happens.
Marion screws up. Oh, yeah, that happens every day. Love it. Well, that's always good. Always a good laugh.
Apparently the Link to the Past guys were playing Enemizer, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, Link always love having friendly competition. Yeah, Link to the Past, got to give major credit to them. It's ridiculous.
Fantastic game.
It's fantastic. It's ridiculous what the randomizer's trying to memorize.
It's not as bad as some of the later Zelda titles. Obviously Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask, you've got a lot to memorize there as well. Checks there are also just longer, more spaced, so it's a little bit hard to keep track of everything. But in terms of our race today, are there any runner's agreements?
We do. Let me pull up that document real quick. I have it right
Thank you very
here.
much.
Well, I'm looking at the wrong document again. Hold on. Let me pull up the second document. All right, runner's agreements, mainly for echoes. Violet Translator has been shuffled, so we will not have immediate hint access in Temple Grounds. We are starting at landing site and with the hive chamber industrial gates unlocked. So what that means,
that's to make up for not having Violet.
Indeed, what that means is instead of going through the hive chamber A and B loop to get into industrial site, we're able to cross right through the top of hive chamber and just completely skip A and B with both translator gates being unlocked.
That's correct. We don't have to worry about the introductory area slowing us down. We just go straight into that sort of industrial site, temple assembly site area right away.
Absolutely. And following that, industrial site is opened. That gives us immediate access to transport to Aegon with a free elevator. So we could.
No, we do not have any runner's agreements for Prime. They're just playing on standard settings for Prime at least.
Prime is standard, but Echo seems to have all the runners' agreements today. But I am getting information that the winner of this round, will be going against the one and only Partners in Prime for the next match. Oh, Partners in Prime, they're a fiery team.
There are no losers here. Everybody here at this stage of the tournament is absolutely killer. You got to be on your best game, or they're gonna get you. They're gonna knock you out of the tournament. And that is not what any of these teams would like to have happen to them. So everybody's going to be playing absolutely on their A game.
I completely agree, my friend. It's been an amazing cross-game tournament so far.
Indeed, it has.
Yeah, well, we've seen a lot of old, long-time runners coming in, and we've seen a lot of new faces as well, trying to dip their toes into the water here with racing and competition. So
you get those every single tournament. More and more people start joining these. The challenge brackets get bigger every year. Now, and of course, they look a little smaller during cross game, but that's because we have a team system, obviously. So each team being 2 players ends up having absolutely a massive number of players when you actually sit down and calculate. I don't know what I'm saying, but we do have a lot of participation in this community, and it's really great to see.
I completely agree, my friend. It's always been a wonderful, wonderful time. Yeah, it's for old, for new. If you know zero tricks, or if you're keen to breaking the game wide open.
Oh, look who it is! Feisty has Metroid Prime up. We're not getting any frames right now, and hold on. That might just be their stream going live. I don't know that they actually have a game open. Let me just crop them real quick.
While you take care of that, I will sit here and not break anything again.
That's what not really matters.
Hold on, it's going to take a minute or two for it to come through on the back end. Okay. Thankfully, it's only their tracker and stuff that needs to be cropped.
Absolutely, my friend. But no, we're just a few minutes from getting the countdown started. So I guess with that, while we're sitting here waiting on some setup, how's chat doing today? Is chat having a good time? Are they ready to see some Metroid nonsense following that amazing Link to the Past play? Well, I'm sure they are. They're silent with excitement. They're ready for Airy. Well, as keen as I am for some Airy, I always gotta love a nice Chica. Chica and Airy. And I see someone throwing out the Q word. You know never to say that word. You never use the quiet word. Now you know we're in for some nonsense. Ice Beam on Tumos, that's cursed. Thanks, TGC. Always coming through with the cursed.
I have returned.
Welcome
good
back.
To go. We're going to be starting very, very soon. Just waiting on the TO to send our racers off.
And who generated this? I think we had Aaron generate this, if I'm not mistaken. So if this goes wrong, blame Aaron. That's what we're going to go with. But no, all runners have confirmed their ready status. We will have that countdown momentarily.
Oh, hold on. Actually, I'm going to adjust this cropping just a little bit.
I do want to mention we are using, again, an auto tracker. So you do see every screen has a small little item tracker right next to them. That's going to help you, the audience, and us as commentators keep track of who has what, following the logic train of this glorious masterpiece. As I say masterpiece, we're going to say it's riddled with holes and a lot of out of bounds to follow. But we have countdown started. Countdown has started.
I may have slightly gotten the cropping wrong again.
Well, you do what you have to. We're going to get this thing rocking and rolling. You have as much time as you need, Pierre. But before we jump into this, I do want to give a huge...
It's always hard to crop on the title screen just because there's all that black space under and over. So it's hard to tell exactly where the game screen starts and ends.
Right.
And you can see Naii-si's timer is counting down. We're about to get started here.
While we do that, I want to say huge thanks to SpeedGaming for hosting us once again.
Okay.
And the SpeedGaming tech crew and all who work behind the scenes to make this event possible. With that being said, let's jump into the nonsense. You will immediately see on the top with Shorik and Feisty will be your Metroid Prime. Inner Slice and Naii on the bottom will be your echoes.
And we're going to see Zhork immediately perform a trick called Space Jump first. This is going to give access to an item. Oh, that's going to be... Is that bombs? No, it's just a missile expansion, which is still exactly what we want to see from this first item. But basically, just by performing a scan dash in the very first room of the game, you can get skip straight to that item, which normally it requires you to have the boost ball, morph ball, and bombs to get to. It's very, very handy in the any percent speedrun. You do that immediately. It saves a lot of time. But in rando, it's just kind of it gives you one extra item very quickly, and you're expected to do that at the start of every race.
We're going to immediately find that a cursed lake on Echoes hides. Oh, that went a little too fast for me to read. But that is a nice little time saver. What Naii pulled off by scanning the gate in Industrial Site, we're able to. There is a short cutscene trigger for lowering our first gate.
You see that crate moving up? Actually, Samus is on top of it. Samus becomes invisible during these kinds of cutscenes, but is very much still there. And by skipping the cutscene, the crate actually just disappears, and we fall out from on top of it and skip that whole skip a few scan posts.
I do want to point out Dark Suit in Artifact Temple.
And that is why you want to get the missiles as your first item in Prime, because you can go straight to Artifact Temple. It really makes the routing very, very clean in the early game. That is why it is 100% the best item to get first.
All right, we're going to point out real quick on Inner Slice side with your bottom left. We're pulling off a jump here that we call Task Jump, or Task standing for Temple Assembly Site. What we're trying...
it has a bit of a dual meaning.
Well, that's fair.
Because this is also a very, very precise jump. Thankfully, it doesn't cost a lot of time to attempt, so you'll often see players, even though it might take them a dozen tries to get it, will still go for it because it's very quick, and once you get this item early. And since you can always look at this item, you know what you're getting, and that gets us our Various suit, which is very handy. We absolutely do want to see that. Oh, thank you to our SpeedGaming volunteer for syncing the streams. I do appreciate that. I forgot to do that myself. My bad. That's just what the that's why you see one of our streams pausing. It's to get the timers all synced up.
Well, that being said, we have for first suit for both runners, for all runners, Dark Suit and Varia. That's going to help.
The suits aren't going to be massive though, because the suit is sort of a mid-game item for both of our games. They don't really help you in this very early game. We're still only 3 minutes into the seed. We really want to see Morph Ball. We want to see missiles. We want to see maybe a Violet or an Amber translator. Space Jump boots. Huge. Morph Ball bombs. Massive. But we're not seeing any of those yet. We still have a lot of items left to go. Suits are really not going to be calming those priorities any. We still absolutely need those other items much more.
I completely agree, my friend. And I believe... No, I'm thinking of something else. Nope. Lost my logic train.
Inner Slice is entering Aegon for the first time in this seat.
And we got Naii moving right behind him, just a few seconds. Behind.
Just barely trailing.
And thankfully, we do have missiles, so we are able to progress. So we gotta go the long way, though.
Yes, we don't have bombs or space jump to skip any of these jumps up, so we're going to have to follow the entire route as intended.
Yeah, I'm trying to see what's in Mining Plaza on Naii side, but it
we do at least perform that little slope jump. That's going to save some time climbing Mining Plaza.
Right,
that was actually really nice. That was really good out of Inner Slice. Naii, meanwhile, is opting to detour to the save station, which is never a bad idea to take a save. I don't see a lot of early game risk in this seed, but it can always help. Just if you need to pivot, you can always save. Morph Ball bombs for Inner Slice have been found in Ruined Gallery, off of the where you would normally find the Morph Ball for Prime, which is actually maybe you see a little scan dash here to skip the mini boss encounter from Shorik, which is very, very good. Those Morph Ball bombs, because Echoes, unlike Prime, does start with the Morph Ball automatically, that is going to be very good. That is one of our major early game items. And Feisty gets it as well. That's a Morph Ball in the Vault Ledge. So we're going to be coming back for that very shortly. Ideally, we get a space jump somewhere on the route to A hive totem. That would let us go get that almost trivially.
Well, the good thing about the bombs being found right now, that does put our various suit into logic, so we could see an early Magmor play. Well, that'd be nice. Get some movement out of the way, get the checks that we know we can reach.
Gallery is that an ice beam? For a second I thought that was plasma. That is ice beam, yes.
That is an ice beam. So we have ice beam
Behind
early
the
with
gallery wall. That's very good. Ice beam is another one of our mid-game items, so it's not going to be super relevant just yet, but we absolutely love to see it. Unlike Varisuit, ice beam kind of gets used all over the place, so you're never going to be saying no to that.
No, but we do see
and
something.
And that's oh, for a second I thought it was a spider ball. It's just an E-tank. The pixels are... Ooh, that's a space jump. That is a space jump for Prime. That's going to let us go get that morph ball. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. We just have to jump up to it. It's a little bit finicky. It's not something you can do as a casual player, jumping up to the vault ledge. But it really just requires some optimal movement. You don't have to use any tricks to get it. Just an L jump, I believe. Maybe not even that.
I'd say at most just an L and R jump just to get the actual angle and distance.
Oh, you don't even need the R. You can just do it with L. Easy.
Oh, there you go. Oh, there you go.
We're referring to jumping with one of the triggers held. An L jump, just by holding and releasing at a specific point in your jump, you can actually jump a little bit farther. That's because during a normal jump, you kind of accelerate and decelerate at certain points in your jump. But while you're holding L, you actually jump at a constant rate. If you hold L for the parts of the jump where you'd be a bit slower, then you can actually end up jumping farther overall, which the developers didn't quite intend for you to do.
No, but I got gypped on the quick kill on Bomb Guardian. He's got like one little pellet away for health, and he missed a cycle. It was close, though.
So not quite a 2-cycle?
No, he was close. He was close. Granted, Bomb Guardian only had missiles, but unlimited missiles being sent from what?
Unlimited missile, that was in the half-pipe in Plaza. I didn't realize that was unlimited missiles. I thought that was just some missiles.
And the Prime Morph Ball bombs are hiding under Portal Access A in Aegon. So Prime is in a really good
Draxus
position.
points out, we have a power bomb expansion for Metroid Prime in the tree. So if we find our super missiles, that could give us an early power bomb. Yeah, which could be very helpful. We actually already have Prime bombs, so Power Bomb isn't going to be a total game changer, but we absolutely do want to see those. Again, the Power Bombs get used in a lot of different places, so it can save us a lot of time if we have one or two to use as we're exploring.
And
this bomb is going to let us check the lower item in a ruined gallery, which is an energy tank, very helpful. Let's go over to Inner Slice.
Always good to get the information.
The energy, especially for Echoes, is very important. We've already got 3 energy tanks, so we're not going to be feeling the squeeze at all once we go to Dark Aegon.
Wow,
especially not with that suit.
Right.
And getting it, Adraxis points out that now that we have that unlimited missiles for Echoes, we can just skip all of our Echoes missile expansions, because we already know that we don't need those. That those aren't going to help us. It's really helpful since the Echoes missile expansion actually has a different model from the ones in Prime. So hopefully our players have the presence of mind to bear that in mind.
I'm sure they'll keep it in mind. All 4 of them are highly experienced and knowledge with this routing.
Absolutely, absolutely.
I really like where Prime's at. They have a better position over Echoes right now. At least for movement-wise checks. I mean, you have the various suit, you got your bombs, your morph ball, ice beam. I'm thinking just go straight for Magmar when you're able to.
We're not going there just yet. Zork is actually going to be taking a save there, and we're going to be heading up to Incinerator Drone very soon.
Oh, that's fair. At least you can get
we're
out.
We're at least gonna look at Watery Hall first. We get a few items here. This one in the wall. There's gonna be another one where Charge Beam would be, and we also get to check Lower Dynamo and the underwater item as well. Let's see. That's 1, 2, 3, 4 items that we can look at before we check Incinerator Drone. So we're gonna do those since they're all really in close proximity.
Oh yeah, always get the checks that you know you can get. Never leave a check for last.
Of course, of course.
Could be wrong, but it looked like we might have found an artifact on Crossroad, though. And if
Oh,
that's
that
the
would be
case,
quite nice.
yeah, but we need at least boost ball dark beam for that to be logical. Unless we pull off a bomb space jump, but
I
that's a
don't think we're going to be
difficult
seeing
trick.
that BSJ today. I don't think that's
No.
going to happen. It's
No,
possible, but I think it's unlikely.
yeah, but you want to see what's likely? We're 10 minutes in, and Shark's already out of bounds.
This is really surprising. I wasn't expecting this from Jork. This is really impressive. We're going to be using this to get the upper dynamo item, which completely prevents us from ever having to come back here. This is not common. This is very, very uncommon in randomizer. It's ooh, and we did take a bit of a fall here. That's not ideal, but we can get up. And Jorkis is struggling to find the exact point we're looking for. Okay, I think that might have just been loading. I'm not sure.
Interesting logic over on Naii-si. Vicey just sent over a secret launcher courtesy of Magmore. So, well, secrets don't do us really good in Aegon until we get boost ball.
And it's just a missile expansion in upper dynamo. Lower dynamo, that looks like a wave. I'm not sure. I might be misreading that. No, I totally was. Yeah, it's just a missile. I was looking at like a random wall decoration and not the actual item.
Well, it's always good to get the knowledge. Now Shark knows he doesn't have to come back to this area.
Absolutely, that is pretty significant.
And we could check
I'm
what
not at
Sarah...
all used to seeing that out of bounds.
No,
And we are going to be
can't-
checking this item. We have space jump, so we can get it.
Ow!
That's an SDK, so we're going to go grab that right now.
What is that, Watery Hull?
Yes, that's Watery Hall, the lower one.
Watery Hull lower. Alright. I'm just trying to write all these down.
Absolutely. Never a bad idea. Never a bad idea.
No.
But the water here does actually very little damage, especially since we already have the Very Suit giving us a 10% damage reduction.
And
So we're just
like
going to
you
go ahead and take that now.
And like
It
you
really
mentioned-
doesn't hurt.
Alright.
Inner Slice grabs a Violet Translator off of Jump Guardian, which is going to be very helpful when we have to return to the Temple Grounds. That's going to let us get our hints. That's going to also open a few Translator gates here and there, which is never bad.
Courtesy of Violet, that gets us immediate access to Great Temple.
Absolutely. That's going to let us get a few items there. And it'll make some elevators accessible as well.
Yeah, we get 3 checks and 1 return elevator.
And because we do have bombs already, we can just do Incinerator Drone without worrying about soft blocking or anything.
And yeah, Seekers were in Lava Lake. With something shiny, that's a screw attack!
I'd say Screw Attack in Warrior Shrine. That's pretty big. That's pretty big.
And to point out a quick little time
And
save.
a Grapple Beam in Upper Shores.
Well, it's a prime grapple beam, so it's a lot more useful than Echoes. So that's a
I mean,
rare-
especially since we already have Screw Attack.
What key is that? Dark
Dark
Torvus. Ooh.
Torvus Key, too.
No, we don't know if we need Chica, though. That's a problem.
Yeah, Chica is still a wild card.
Yeah, but what's not a wild card is killing Jump Guardian before he even has a chance to spawn in.
That's another SDK in the lower Fiery Shore item. This section of Magmore has been absolutely loaded.
What do you mean? I thought there was only one that we have so far in Watery Hall.
No, we have a second SDK in Fiery Shores. It's right
Oh,
there
I see it.
on
Yep,
Pisces Street.
I see it. Fiery Shores. Alright, that's 2 that we know of.
No, that's correct. That's correct.
And Nai's going to be real happy with that Violet Translator. And yeah, Zoid's back room has a expansion.
Also, Inner Slice just got a Powerbomb expansion from Jork, so that's going to be the first Echoes Powerbomb that we see. That's going to be very helpful, certainly. There's a lot of Powerbomb checks in Temple Grounds. There's obviously getting to GFMC, that's going to be quite helpful. There's obviously Wind Chamber. And the wall. There's the wall that you can destroy with Powerbombs.
Dynamo Chamber.
And we're just going to use it here to immediately destroy Dark Missile Trooper and receive a Dark Aegon key in exchange.
That could be good. We don't know if we need a Morbus yet. Thankfully, a Morbus is a very easy fight. Takes all of 5 minutes, if that. But I like Inner Slice's logic train here. You've already killed Bomb Guardian, so you know DMT will spawn.
You've got bombs.
We've also
from the
done
high
Jump Guardian, so we can get the ship, which is the other big item that we normally would have to come back for. We've already got
Fair.
both of those taken care of, so Temple Grounds
fair.
at this point is always a good idea.
Oh, yeah. Do your hive chamber loop, get A and B out of the way. That way you don't have to come back here at all. You have a power bomb. Do your dynamo chamber. Get to communications area. That's 2 more free checks. Compounds get 2 items. Get them out of the way. Make a loop for Great Temple and get 3 more items. And then go back to Aegon and do your labs loop. Well, granted, we don't have space jump yet, so we can't really do labs. But I would suspect Inner Slice is going straight, doing a Temple Grounds main loop into a Great Temple play.
I mean, we can absolutely go to like Central Mining Station just with bombs.
No, that's fair. It's a tricky jump, though.
It's not too bad.
No, but you've got more opportunities here in Temple.
Absolutely.
Meanwhile, we have Feisty over in Fendrana Drifts for the first time. And a Chozo ghost fight with Shorik. And since Naii does not have a power bomb, we're going to have to use our missiles. But turns out,
Correct. That's going to be much, much slower. That's one of the slowest ways that you can fight DMC. Besides that, you would only the only alternative to using Seekers would be probably like Charge Beam, which is even slower.
how about a wave beam?
Wave Beam in Great Temple is going to be very helpful for Shorik.
Transport
Especially
AI.
since we just came to halt the Elders. That's going to let us take this bomb slot. It's going to skip a quadruple bomb jump or unlimited bomb jump. I forget which one you use in this room. There's a trick where you bomb jump up the wall because it's very slightly sloped. And it's actually quite tricky for a lot of runners.
It looks
But
like
because we have Wave Beam, we can just do that the intended way. Saves a lot of time.
Fen Canyon's got nothing, so I'm a little curious what Feisty's doing here. Doesn't have much equipment outside of Ice Beam.
And that power bomb immediately destroys Dark Alpha Splinter. These power bombs, that one power bomb expansion we got, is already doing so much work. And that's just saving time. That's not even into the items that we can only get with power bombs, which there are a few in Temple Grounds.
There are, yeah.
Antechamber doesn't hold anything for us today.
No, but Umos is hiding a red key, so hopefully it's an Aegon key. Get that much closer to fight Wormy. Ah, dang it, it's an Inghive.
So that's a dud. Power bombs are in GFMC. That's going to be a very helpful hint. It's not. I mean, actually, because the thing is, in GFMC, the crate, the item in the crate, we can actually dupe it, and power bombs specifically are really good to dupe because you get. I forget if it's 3 or 4 in these settings, but when you dupe it, you get the ammo expansion twice, which is very, very helpful. There are some items where duping it doesn't really matter. Like, for example, keys, duping them doesn't actually matter since it's 9 separate items that each game tracks.
Oh,
But something like expansions, that's absolutely very helpful.
Speaking of helpful, we did just find an Amber translator, Kurt, on top of, what do you call it, Crash Frigate.
Ooh. Frigate crash site.
And Cobalt as well. So all we're missing is Emerald now. That's great.
Oh, so it was in an overgrown cavern.
Yes, that place. I'm terrible at
So it's
prime
double
names.
translator there. That's huge. That's huge.
Inner Slice is in a really, really good position right now, and Feisty's.
Yeah, PVC Pipe is in a really massive lead, I think, just due to these routing choices, due to these the way that they're deciding to play this seed.
It looks like we have something.
That's another power bomb expansion in communications area. That's going to be very helpful.
Oh, and that's Echo's PBs too, so now it's going to be real.
Yeah. That's a nice refill.
That's immediately giving him 6 power bombs.
And we are going to need power bombs to get into Wind Chamber and do some other stuff as well.
Yeah, we need at least 2 for Grand Wind Chamber.
And we're just going to go ahead and dupe that.
And Feisty took a peek over in Vendrana, figured out nothing of importance was left, so we're just going to save warp back to landing site. Yep, we're done
Inner
with our
Slice
Vendrana.
struggling just a little bit with this slope jump. Gets it on the... not quite. We give it 6 attempts. We're just going to go ahead and bomb jump here. That's much easier.
Oh, it's good practice.
Of course.
Let's say you, for any reason, have bombs in compound, then. Always good to get some practice in. We're gonna get Sonic Boom, courtesy of Transport A access. And yeah, 7 is more than enough for the entire game right now. There's plenty we can do with that.
Absolutely.
Looks like Sorik's out of bounds to check the plasma beam door on top. Was that Root Cave? Or no, that's not Root Cave. Okay. But thankfully it's only plasma from one side, so we can just walk right out the main door. Arbor Chamber, thank you, chat. I'm terrible at remembering names. Alright, so let's break it down, Pierre. What are we looking at? We've got plenty of equipment for both runners.
Yeah, I think really for PVC, what we want to see is our beams, because we haven't really gotten much sighting of our Echo's beams. We need those pretty soon. We also need our space jump. That's really what we're looking for right now. We are on the search. We are on the hunt.
I completely agree.
Also, I think we're going to be seeing check artifact hints very soon from our prime players.
Oh, that'd be nice. Get us some information so we know where to really focus our energy towards.
Absolutely. What about you? Anything that you're keeping an eye out for?
Oh, I'm really trying to focus on the Echoes. It's where my knowledge
Light beam
is,
can be found in Aegon. That's going to be a massive hint for Inner Slice. That's absolutely going to guide where we go next. We want to go to Aegon anyways, so it's nice to have that affirmation that it's worth our time.
I'm a little
Naii
concerned.
finally picks up the wave beam, quite a bit behind PVC.
Oh, hold on.
That's a boost ball.
Boost ball.
Very helpful.
Okay. All right. Well, there's one to two.
That was
that's
locked
now.
behind our wave beam,
Yeah.
so Vicey is only now able to potentially get it, and we're going in a completely different area. We are in Far Talon. We're about 1 million light years away from Tower of Light.
That's fair.
And that's actually kind of a shame, because this is the area of the game where you would really like to have boost ball to do Life Grove. Because now you can do both the tunnel and the spinner without boost ball, but that's a very high level trick. It's a part of some of the any percent routes for Prime, so it's possible that Vicey knows it and is comfortable with it, but it's still very difficult. And if you fail it, it can have dire consequences.
Yeah, it's always a painful option.
We're not even going to be thinking about that, though. Vicey's heading right back into Chozo. Major upgrade is in storage A.
Was that A or... Well, there's the light beam we were talking
Light
about.
beam was in sand cache. Very handy.
No, I'm pretty sure that was storage B, but...
Oh, did I misread that?
I don't know. You most likely got better eyesight. I need glasses.
No, the restream is just a bit pixelated, so you know.
If it's storage B, that makes the dark beam door on the right side of labs. So if it's major, it could be Annihilator, it could be Spider Ball, maybe a light suit.
Hard to say.
Right. But what am I looking for? Naii and Inner Slice, they both have amber. You have bombs. One has boost.
We just got that light beam, so that's already taken care of.
We have the light beam. If they're familiar enough with bomb jumping.
The dark beam is 3 rooms away from the Artifact of Warrior. Exactly 3 rooms away. That's a pretty significant hint.
Yeah, but speaking of artifacts, we're gonna
because we can see where the artifact is. That's in But where was Warrior? Was that like Eating Dynamo or something? Cache A, Crossroads,
I knew I saw that.
Cat West. I didn't see half of those. Yeah, it was Hive Dynamo.
I
So
got it.
exactly 3 rooms away from Hive Dynamo. That could be Hazing Cliff. That could mean we could get that very, very quickly here. We could get that. Now that we have Light Beam, we can kill the
Yeah, we can get that
the
now.
drones and go get that.
Yeah.
We have power bombs. We have bombs to make the bomb jump. We have the Light Beam to get into that tunnel that takes us to a sink. We have all of the pieces of the puzzle. We just have to put them together. Shark is going to be fighting Flogger right now.
I do want to question. How many artifacts are we running? Are we running 6 or 9?
9.
We're running 9. I'm missing 3. I've only got 6 written down. Alright, so there's 9. Okay, I'm missing 3.
Fighting Flogger with the cutscene skip is just so much better. I do not miss the cinema boss. I do not miss having to grab the popcorn.
Right, you're sitting there.
Inner Slice is already in sync. We're gonna get it. We're gonna get it now.
I don't blame him.
Amorbus is dead.
Good. Okay, we don't need those keys then. So Amorbus and Tumos are dead. We still have Chica. We still have Chica.
I didn't see what was in Mining Plaza, but I'm assuming it was probably nothing.
It looked shiny and bright.
Oh, did it? I didn't catch a look at it.
Yeah, it was either Hive Dynamo or Dynamo. One of the two. It could have been Hive Dynamo that I messed up on. Let me rewrite that.
Okay, this is our Dark Beam. I assume it is.
It has to be. If
Sure.
Artifact Warrior's off of
There it is.
Yeah.
That's both of our Echo's beams. Now the only major thing we're looking for is that space jump, and also our screw attack, which Naii has and Inner Slice does not. The screw attack was, of course, on Warrior Shrine, so we're going to see that pretty soon. It's not going to be long until Zorik checks that. We're going to do probably our fight with the ghosts, and then we're going to go do that. Assuming that we get this. Oh, we already got Early Wild. It happened while I was looking away.
Yes, there are no Dynamo works, chat. It is Hive Dynamo. I didn't write it down fast enough. Let's take a step back and figure out this logic train right now while Feisty picks up a nothing item. We've got Amber. We know where our beams are, light and dark. If I was them two, I'd burn Aegon Labs play. Granted, we have no space jump, so it's technically not logical. But we do have bombs, and we do have light beam and dark beam, so we could backdoor it through vent area A. Now, I will go straight for a labs loop, clear out your dark Aegon, get some more information. Oh, it is logical backwards. Okay, well then yeah, go straight through ventilation area A then. And there's the last translator we need. Look at that. Off a mine shaft.
No, would you look at that?
Everything's so close together. It could storage beak for
Inner Slice is also missing Seekers, so we can't get anything else here. We can't check a mining station B at all.
Oh no, I'm incorrect. That's
Starfizer. That's nice.
Oh heck yeah, go straight for go straight for labs and dark labs. You pretty much clear everything out except for in cache 2. And dark
completes
Oasis.
the fight. That's an ice spreader. That could be useful. But,
that is the most.
That's not great.
That is the most important item of all of Prime. What are you talking about?
I'm not so sure about that.
Well. Alright, so we still only have 2 SDK knowledge. Watery Hall Lower and Fiery Shores. Fair, with Inner Slice having Seekers, he could go straight for Mining Station B, get that information. Yeah, no, I'm being corrected. It looks like Flamethrower is what I meant. My bad.
Yeah, and Inner Slice pulling off an amazing quick kill on Dark Samus 1 thanks to power bombs.
Power bombs can cheese a surprising amount of bosses. They're such a late game item that a lot of people don't know this.
Yes, that was a boss, technically.
Was. Past
Yep.
tense.
Right? Oh,
That's
Dark
Emerald
Oasis.
Translator and Gallery Tunnel. That's very nice. That's all of our translators already. Emerald is probably, in terms of like locking items, the most important translator, just because it locks Underground Tunnel. It locks. That's kind of an important room.
I agree with you. Underground Tunnel, Torvus Grove, Med Vista, that entire area,
Absolutely. Absolutely.
it's very pivotal. But I
Cobalt
like what-
definitely has its uses. Amber definitely has its uses. But yeah, Emerald is definitely the MVP in terms of unlocking areas, unlocking items.
I'll agree with you, but I'll make a comment with Amber being extremely useful for early game knowledge.
Yeah, Amber is the best for hints, unquestionably.
All right, we are going to get another look at artifacts, though. At
At
West,
West,
Watch
Station.
Station. I missed that one.
At Dynamo Works, Sank Entrance, Under Temple,
Under Temple.
Hall of Honor Dead.
Got it.
Hall of Honor Dead, so that means...
Seeker
okay, we
lock.
do have our boost, but Inner Slice does not have Seekers yet.
Yeah, when we
That's
technically
Space
don't-
Jump.
It was Storage B.
There
Oh, that's
we go.
hilarious. That's
That is
hilarious.
good news. Naii isn't far behind.
No, the only artifact.
Okay, we've got, yeah.
No, you were thinking of something.
No, I'm good.
Well, if I keep cutting you off, and I'm sorry. I've got terrible hearing and I've got a slight delay, so I apologize.
No, you're good.
I don't mean to cut you off.
And now that Zorik is heading into Magmore, we're not far away from that screw attack, which is going to be pretty big. And also our Seeker missiles,
There's the
which
Seekers.
were right there in Lava Lake. Feisty, meanwhile, is now checking hints as well.
Holy good. I don't like the artifact locations. They're scattered everywhere.
It could be a lot worse. We don't have a lot of real doozies. We don't have any bosses. We don't have anything like Prime Training Chamber. We don't have... Under Temple is a little bit nasty, but it could be a lot worse, I think. That's
Well,
one
actually-
bad location.
Well, we did find super missiles, though. That's a really good location in
Did we?
Central
Where was
Mining.
the Central Mining Station? I didn't catch that.
Yeah, nice.
Was that our
just,
Echo Supers?
Yeah. Yeah, and I just picked him up, so he's got a great access to what do you call it? Warriors Walk and Storage C for Aegon Labs.
And that's pretty big. That's pretty big.
I think it's great. If Storage C or Warriors Walk has anything of value, it is amazing to find it here. That way you don't have to make a backtrack for an out of the way check. But no, there's one artifact I really don't like, and that's Hive Dynamo Works. As you do need to kill Spider Guardian just to access it. There's no... Well, no, they did find an out of bounds get to bypass it, but it is tricky as all hell.
I mean, I still think they're up to it. It's not that crazy to do the out of bounds there.
No, but it is a bit ridiculous. Been around for quite a while. Well,
Yeah, but it's, that's like one of the most common out of bounds for people to learn. Even if it's one of the harder ones, I don't really think they're going to struggle with that.
no, it's just like you mentioned earlier. For anyone trying to pick up this game for running, it's one of the harder things to learn. I've only ever seen it be done a handful of times, but it's still. And now using the super missiles to great use for Warriors Walk. We're finding out.
That's our Tortoise key again.
Oh, stop giving us Torvus keys. We don't
That's
know.
the same one we already saw earlier. That's Dark Torvus Key 2.
What do you mean that's the same one? I've been walking around in circles. We're gonna use the Torvus key as a placeholder.
Yeah, it may not be that big in rando, but you know, for the any percent route, like Traxxas mentions.
There are nothing major on junction sites, so we know we don't need to come back here.
We do get good luck with the power bomb drop. We don't have to look too hard for one of those. But we're going to want another, because now we have to do Upper Fiery Shore from Warrior Shrine.
Battleground has nothing useful on it, on either of its two. Now we have Artifact of Truth coming off of Incash 4.
Ooh, the puffer knocks us well off course. Off course.
That's okay.
Spicy, meanwhile, is going to grab the Emerald Translator in Gallery Tunnel.
That's all translators.
Yep, for both of our teams.
We have access to every hint, every translator gate, everything. Except for Echo Locks. I'm contemplating. I'm thinking Echoes might make a play for Torvus. Oh, get Under Temple out of the way. Granted, yeah, we don't have gravity boosts, so that wouldn't, can't really do much lower Torvus. We could air underwater it. Looks like Naii-si making a break for Hall of Honor Dead to grab that other artifact. Yeah, we can do lower Taurus, but faster to wait. No gravity boost. We'd have to air underwater. Handful of rooms. Well, that's fair. We do have a backpack. We got one backpack, but where the heck was it? I believe it might have been pulled off of Phendrana.
Naii solves the puzzle in Hall of Honor Dead, and that's going to reward Naii-si with an artifact. Chica's dead.
Yes, okay, so we got Chica down, Amorbus down, Tumos down. So, does Quad have anything major on him?
It's possible, but it's, at this point it's starting to look less likely as more of our upgrades start to fall into place.
Yeah, the only thing I can really think of Quad having is it can't have Spider Ball, it can't have Echo. So, what could he theoretically really have? Practically nothing of importance. Oh, that's right, we could have Prime items on there. Could have Plasma. Or Suit. Yeah, I try to stay optimistic, and yet chat just throws up. No, he could have all these major items. What are you talking about?
Morphball related upgrade in Defiled Shrine.
Ooh.
We do have Dark Visor, so it's not doom and gloom, but still.
I am being called out by chat significantly. I'm sorry. Holy crud. I'm sorry for being a bad commentator. But because I'm bad, you have to sit there and listen. Well, you don't have to listen. But it's always good to bring some laugh and joy. Oh, with that being, no, I'm never good, chat. Trust me. But the good thing is, like you mentioned, Pierre, with Defiled Shrine, we're already over to get our key hints with Gateway.
That's an X-ray visor from the boss in Phendrana.
Mama Sheegoth.
Mama Sheegoth, yes.
Mama Sheegoth, yay! How are you today, Mama Sheegoth?
That is going to be very helpful for our final bosses, and it's also going to make sure that Omega Pirate can't, screw us over. That's going to be very helpful if we do end up needing to do that whole loop. Because that means that we can get the item on Omega Pirate, that we can get the item behind Omega Pirate. It's going to be very helpful. So PCA is going to be very, very easy sliding. Oh wait, that's a sync? We're getting hints now? Transit Station.
Yep, I got him. I've got it written down. I just want to point out that Dynamoworks also has something major.
Fungal Hall access. Okay, so we do need to go to mines.
All right, chat.
That's not completely out of the picture. We do need to go pretty far down in mines.
Oh, morph ball system in FTA. Oh god, that means there's a morph ball system locked behind light suit. Okay, just to point out your STKs, Watery Hall Lower, Fiery Shores, Dynamo Works, which is Spider Guardian, Torvus Arena, which
Dark
could be,
Torvus Arena.
yes, Dark Torvus Arena, Culling Chamber, Accursed Lake, Sank Fault, Transit Station, and Fungal Hall Access. So, we got a lot of work to do. We got
our jobs. Our work is cut out for us. It's time to go.
Yeah, chat's pointing out it could still be in the tunnel where we get the instant morph.
Now, out of all those hints, what items do we still need? What items are we missing at this point?
Well, on the Echo side, we definitely need light suit. We know that for a fact. We're missing a morph
I think we need Spider Ball
Spider
to
Ball,
get up
yes.
to Fungal Hall access for Prime. I think there's like a scan dash to skip MQA, but it's pretty tricky.
And I didn't. Oh, so Spider Ball.
Actually, it's a combat dash, isn't it?
Found Prime Spider Ball. That's the item on Defiled Shrine. But no, we need light suit for Echo's Spider Ball. Echo's Spider Ball is in FTA.
Do we need Echo Spider? Oh wait, yeah, the final bosses. There was the contrarian part of my brain was just trying to get a word in edgewise, and then oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Ring 2 is not something that you can skip.
Nope. Yeah, that's what we call the commentator's curse. So, well, we could see Boost Guardian, but it could be on the half pipe.
Naii gets a joke hint here.
Yay, that's
right
one
next
out of
to the
two.
gravity suit.
Gravity suit and Torvus, that makes sense.
I suppose that is where you would find it, wouldn't it be?
Yeah, I mean, finding the water upgrade in the water level, yeah, makes
Obviously.
Of course.
Just like Super Metroid.
I haven't played. I haven't played.
I'm joking. It is not like that in Super Metroid. That's
I don't know. I've never played Super Metroid, so I'm completely lost. I'm gonna get people
It's a good
mad.
game. It's only like a few hours long.
I know. I keep hearing people say it's a good game. I just haven't tried it. All right, Pierre, help us out.
Is Super Metroid on Nintendo Switch Online these days?
It
Probably
might be.
is.
I can check. But
Interslice is going to be doing a reset.
I don't blame him.
Meanwhile, Jork is heading into labs. I don't believe anybody's headed into labs yet. We have our ice beam and our wave beam. That's very good. We have X-ray so that we can peek the item in the research lab Hydra, which is going to be very helpful. We have we don't have our boost ball, so we will have to do the scan dash in observatory. So there's no way around it. But that's a dash that's pretty common, so I don't think that's going to be an issue at all for our runners today.
Well,
yeah, Super Metroid is on. It said, "Ooh, was that a plasma beam?" And I was looking away. It looked like one.
Well, Wave Buster was sent. Wave Buster on Torvus Temple.
I was looking away. Somebody watching the mainstream's got to tell us.
Torvus Energy Controller hides a missile expansion and more information. Regards to the keys to Hive Temple, which we most likely don't need.
Seriously, can anyone in stream chat confirm what Shorik saw in Hydra? Oh, probably plasma, according to chat member Draxus. Thank you very much. I thought I saw that, but I wasn't sure, so that's going to be required. Ooh, super missile.
There's always progression in underground tunnel.
Well, there you go.
Look at that.
Now we have to do the incredibly precise trick. Well, it's not like incredibly precise, but it's pretty precise. Backwards to go get that, because we want plasma beam right now. It could be a lot worse. We could be getting that plasma beam while we were in mines or something. This is about the place that you would want it. It's only slightly less than perfect.
And gravity suit was on Path of Roots in Torp, just outside.
Legacy, on the other hand, who is also in labs, does not have super missiles. So
you might want to check
Wait.
again.
Well, there we go.
The commentator's curse, my friend. The second you say something, it happens. Yes, right now the biggest thing Naii is missing is his dark visor.
Shorik is actually having a bit of bother because the fight in the observatory actually locks the door to go backwards. It doesn't lock the door out the top of the room, only the one out the bottom. So we actually have to go up and fight the pirates to actually leave. That's something that doesn't come up often, so it looked like Shorik was trying to go through the lower door and might have gotten reminded to do the fight, which is never fun. I'm just gonna let Feisty pull slightly ahead in terms of the labs route. Okay, that's plasma now. Oh wait, Feisty doesn't have plasma. Did Feisty not use X-ray visor on Hydra? Oh, Feisty doesn't have X-ray. Feisty doesn't know. Feisty doesn't know.
Yeah, Feisty has no information.
They have no clue about that plasma beam. That's going to be pretty significant. That's really not good. That's really not good. Oh wait, we're doing backwards labs. Oh. That's what I get for having 4 screens, ain't it?
I tried warning you before this started.
I'm talking too fast. There are too many words coming out of me. There ain't enough time for them to come in.
Today's race is sponsored by the commentator's curse. The second you say it, it happens.
Today's race is brought to you by caffeine. I don't have enough of it. Please give me more.
We're going to start a GoFundMe to get you as much caffeine as possible.
I need some blue bowls. I need some red bowls. I need some green bowls. I need every kind of bowl right now. I need Monster. I need I don't know what other energy drinks would they have. I bet there's probably one called Demon, ain't there? That nobody can tell me that they haven't made an energy drink called Demon, because that's such a good name for one.
I don't know. I could give you Annihilator beam off of Forgotten Bridge, though.
Ooh, now that's a good find.
Yeah, but it's in Torvis. Torvis doesn't really have Annihilator checks.
Yes, it does. Lower Torvis.
Maybe like 1.
Yeah, but how many do you think are in the other areas?
Oh, come on.
Aegon has like 1. Aegon
yeah.
has like 1.
Okay, that's fair, but Sank's got a lot more than 1.
Marginally.
It's still more than 1, is it not?
It's like 3. Come on, it's not that many.
It's still doubled from 1, is it not? Why are we having this fight? I don't know either. Okay,
the SDK is not on Boost Guardian. It is just in this little hole in the side of the wall. We are still going to fight Boost Guardian because we have 6 power bombs out of 9. Nice. Make that 7 out of 10 because we just got another one from Labs. And we do manage to get the quick kill, which is very nice.
Sank Echo Doors would like to say something.
There's not that many of those. There's like 2.
There's more than 2.
3? I don't know. It's not that many.
All right, so chat's going to bombard you now with all the echo locations.
Insane. Like half of them are in Temple Grounds, you know?
Thanks, Odraxis, for bringing out the puns when Belo's not here.
Half the Echo puzzles just need Power Beam. They do not need Annihilator for all of them.
Okay, getting back on track here. Let's check back in with our runners while we go get some caffeine for Pierre.
I don't know. I think I've got enough at this point. I'm all fired up. Okay, we've got this cache room in Torvis. I always forget what it's called, but it's got an
Cache.
artifact in it. Cache, thank you.
Cache A is next to Bog, while Cache B is behind Chico. And Boost Guardian. Yes, thankfully the power bomb did hit first time with Naii. Alrighty. Which only has a missile. Alright, let's figure out our logic train real quick. We haven't done that yet. We're almost an hour in. We have so much equipment. Here, what are we looking at for Prime? What are you thinking these two should be heading for?
Oh, we're probably just starting to clean up some of our locations. Inner Slice gets Sunburst here. For a second, I thought they were going to the ammo station, just because of the way the model looks. But no, that was actually just Sunburst.
Alright, I'd agree with you on that. As for Echoes, I'd say right now it's a hunt to find, well, for Inner Slice is Gravity Boost, but for both runners, trying to find Spider Ball. Spider Ball would be pretty much go mode at this point, outside of Echo Visor.
Yeah. For Prime, the only item we're really missing, besides our Phazon suit, is going to be that Boost Ball. And that is something we can absolutely work around in most of the game. Like, boost spinners don't start becoming a huge blocker until we start getting into late game areas like Phazon mines, which is where you see most of the boost spinners that we have trouble skipping. There was obviously the one in Pirate Labs, but we skipped that one quite easily with the Observatory Dash, which, even if we had Boost Ball, we would still be doing that anyways, just because it's faster.
Yeah, speaking of skipping,
But once we get into...
out of bounds. Out of bounds.
Very interesting.
Why are we doing this out of bounds? I'm trying to figure out where he is.
Well, this is Echo, so out of bounds is a lot easier in Echoes. There are so many out of bounds that you could do in Echoes. So many secret worlds to find. So it's not surprising to see runners go out of bounds.
I believe we're going out of bounds from Portal Access A in order to... Not Portal Access, Portal Chamber Light. So that we can skip going through the loop to get to the Dark Portal.
Missile-related upgrade in Poison Bog.
Yeah, that's just what I was thinking, chat. Doing to skip the portal from Forgotten Bridge. But I beat you to it. I get one. I get one out of maybe the 50 I've already screwed up.
In terms of boost checks that we really can't work around, the big one would be Elite Research. That one makes our life very difficult. Very difficult.
Speaking of difficult, well, Short's now got a gravity suit to help him out.
Alright. That's not going to be super influential, but if we do decide to do Sunken Frigate, that could be quite helpful.
Well, you never know. Sunken Frigate could hide our progression all this time. And Naii is also out of bounds in Portal Chamber Light. This is all to bypass the Dark Forgotten Bridge portal. That way we get to Torvis Lagoon a lot faster. Thankfully, Screw Attack is broken as all heck. But it looks like we're going to see our first dip into Lower Torvis, courtesy of Naii's mystery gravity boost, which no one seems to figure out where it came from.
Feisty is choosing to head into Frigate. Interesting. Do you think you'll find anything there?
Well, if I was hoping for something, I'd hope for a light suit. That'd be the biggest thing. Or Spider Ball. Well, no, we know it's not Spider. I'd hope light suit can be found for someone. But it looks like Nai's returning back to Aegon Wastes.
I'm curious, do you think either team is in the lead right now? Do you think there's a clear leader? Earlier in the game, it seemed like PVC was pretty dominant, but I'm not so sure now. We're looking pretty even.
Oh, if I had a bet on it, both are doing pretty well. They're practically neck to neck, just going different routes. Uh, it,
Inner Slice is up a Dark Visor, but Naii is up a Gravity Boost. It's really hard to say. I think Dark Visor is the better item, but it's pretty close.
no, if I had to go with one, I'd say Naii-si's in the better position. That with
I
the
think I
gravity
agree.
boost and with the gravity boost in hand, we can go straight for training chamber, get some lower Torvus work done. We know we need under tempo, but we don't know which side. But we don't have spider balls, so we can't even really go there. Wouldn't it be good to go to lower Torvus? With Naii here, I'd hope he's doing some Aegon cleanup. Clear out the checks that you have. Go to Incash 2. See if Sonic Boom Room has anything. Then clean out Light Labs. Go for Mining Station B.
Jorik is also up a Spider Ball, which I think is pretty interesting. I almost didn't notice that.
I think right now it's just cleanup mode until we get the progressions that both need. Icy needs Dark Visor, which we'll get with Aegon cleanup. Inner Slice needs Gravity Boost, which has to be done through Prime.
Is that looked like a morph item? The underwater drones, unfortunately, give us some trouble. Yeah, that's a Spider Ball in Biohazard. That's pretty big. I didn't see that.
Then what the bleep is on FTA then?
I don't know. Is that a main power bomb for Prime? Is that our Prime main power bombs?
If it was a Prime, then it could be. I could have.
Oh, Cannonball!
Cannonball! That's fair.
That was for our Echoes player, right? I didn't catch that part.
That's absolutely fair. Cannonball could be up there.
Whoa!
That means we really don't even need it. So we don't need that light suit after all.
That's good news for Naii-si. They're going to be very happy about that.
Absolutely, because right there's the Dark Visor and Mining Station B, thanks to Aegon cleanup. We're with the gravity boost in hand. I'd say it's safe to say it's go mode. I'm agreeing with Chad. It's Naii-si is in go mode. Inner Slice sadly is still missing that missing the grav boost, but he's in lower Torvus, so maybe he gets information for it. Information on the various suit. Meanwhile, Prime needs their Phazon suit so they can actually get the Metroid.
Yeah, but we're probably just gonna pretend we already have it. Go defeat Ridley, get our Phazon suit hint. That's how I would play. Now, of course, we're gonna be getting a lot of checks on the way to that point, so we might just run into it by coincidence. But if not, that's definitely a big option. Inner Slice does not quite manage to pierce the Seeker lock. This is a sort of a recurring problem. Seeker missile jank is very real, because the game does actually check to see if each of the individual Seeker targets is destroyed, and it's possible if you fire from the wrong place that one of your Seeker missiles misses or gets or hits something else in the way. So the jank is very real, and Inner Slice has to fire twice.
Information
Gets a hit for Super Missile in Central Mining Station, which we already got.
And the Morph Ball system on Naii side, which we most likely already have. But unfortunately, since Inner Slice does not have Gravity Boost, we have limited movement options down here. There are some things we can check, and we can get some Dark Torvus checks. But or we're gonna go straight for Sank. Let's go for Sank then. Get some checks out of the way there. But we know that Inner Slice's Spider Ball is in Prime. We know his Gravity Boost is in Prime.
Boost Ball could still play a role in this, our Prime Boost specifically. Just because final bosses are slow without it. We have to whittle Ridley's health down, and Ridley is just kind of a health sponge. Not like exclusively. Obviously, Ridley does have a lot that he can do, but the big thing that he does is absorb our bullets.
Well,
oh hey, is that Echo Visor? That is Echo Visor. Interesting. I don't think that does anything for us. I think we already have everything we need. But
speaking with Shorks and go mode. He's got his phase on suit.
Inner slice spider ball. We need that for go mode.
Yeah, but Sork just picked up his phase-ons courtesy of mines.
Mm.
And it looks like what he's doing, Inner Slice is picking up some scannable terrain so we can screw tech over to the transit station where we know we have a key. But since we don't have Spider Ball, we can't get this key. But no, that was MQA phase on. Oh, this has been a very interesting seed. Yeah, Echo Spider was in upper something. Somebody help me out here.
Echo Spider was... No, Echo Spider was in Biohazard. It was in Frigate, remember?
Right. And I'm sitting here writing everything down. Yeah, I missed that one. That's great.
That was like the big item that put Naii-si into basically go mode.
Yeah. All right, now nice over to the Foul Shrine. We're gonna
This is going to be that
Spider
Prime
Ball.
Spider Ball.
Yeah. Inner Slice checking Sand Canyon. Sorry, regular bomb won't do it. He has no power bombs. So we need to go get a power bomb. Oh, hold on. Prime's boost ball was just found in mines.
That's convenient. Feisty scans the lore. Very thorough gamer. Unfortunately, that's not the scan point that activates the platforms. You need to scan the other one.
So Prime boost ball was Metroid Quarantine B. And oh, look at that. There's a ball in Sand Canyon. So if that's Cannonball, then Prime power bombs are on FTA.
Feisty is doing the elite research thing boostless. Thankfully, we do have X-ray, so we can see what the item in the wall is. We don't have to worry about that coming back to haunt us later. We can just move on with a clear conscience. But it does still take some doing to rotate the cannon enough just to move forward.
Hey, you gotta save the time where you can. But yes, chap, we did get a hint for a morph ball system in FTA, and it cannot be Cannonball as that was already located. So the only remaining morph system is right there. Oh no, that's the Foul Shrine. That's Spider Ball 1. The only remaining morph ball system we've yet to find is that dastardly power bomb. Well, we are about to look over on bottom right with Naii. We're screwed teching into this morph ball tunnel to go out of bounds, and we're going to use that clip either jump around FTA so that we can get confirmation on that item. And if we go pick up that item, thankfully we don't need light suit to get out. We can just fall right down with the morph ball and continue on our merry way. And there's a thermal visor also in mines.
Thermal visor on Boombox. That's going to be very helpful for our final bosses. Now Feisty just wants that boost ball though. And of course the phase on suit.
Nope, Feisty will have to pick it up himself because Naii doesn't have it.
Mm-hmm.
So they are all in mines. Okay. Meanwhile, Naii is slowly making his way towards FTA. Careful not to fall too far down, buddy. You don't want to go to the bottom of the box.
Yeah, because the FTA does have a very deep box. There's a long way you can fall.
Now, the problem with out of balance is you only have.
And
a very
doesn't
deep
GFMC have a cliff too? So that's also going to have a pretty deep box.
Yeah, look at that big old power bomb.
I'm not used to thinking of GFMC as a terminal fall room because how would you ever fall down that cliff? It's so far out. But I think it does still have one. Yeah.
I believe so. I can't recall exactly, but I believe it does. So look at that. There's prime power bombs.
Now, Naii does go out of their way to pick it up. Prime power bombs are helpful for final bosses, specifically dealing with the fission Metroids that Metroid Prime Essence spawns, as well as the Metroids that you find on the way to the final boss. Power bombs helps with those, and I believe Feisty only has like 1 or 2, so getting those is definitely a good idea.
Well,
Light
there's
suit.
sweet. Light suit is locked behind Pod W.
So that was logically expecting you to get Dark Suit to go get that. Dark
Correct.
Suit or an absolute ton of energy tanks. Inner Slice thankfully has both.
Yeah, thankfully with Screw Attack in hand, it's not terrible.
And there's our key on Accursed Lake.
Yeah, so what's that? Key number 5? Yeah, key number 5. Meanwhile, Feisty is running 4 artifacts. Naii at 3 keys. Jorak at 3 artifacts. Inner Slice at 5 keys. Yes, I know. I English very, very good. Welcome to Sank Entrance, where the pirates can be a very royal pain. But I guess they weren't this time. Let's go pick up that major item. Here's Slice taking a detour to Ing Reliquary. Thinking he's in Ing Reliquary, but no, we're just going to get the information, which has a missile-related upgrade. I think Inner Slice was, Screw Attack is impossible, yes. But that's okay. There's the artifact that shows off the Sank Entrance.
That's another one down.
Yeah, if I had to make an assumption, Under Temple would probably be safe. Nope, Sank Vault would most likely be safe for last.
Feisty finds the Phazon suit. Officially, Naii-si is in full go mode.
Yeah, as far as key pickups, either Under Temple or Sank Vault for last. At least on the Echo side. Because either one would be good. Well, where's the closest save station? Well, they could go to Under Temple first, then use the elevator and training chamber to get to Sank Vault. through Cat West. But like you said, Under Temple's close to a save station. But no, both would work. Light suit was hiding off of Plane of Dark Worship. Pod W. Logically locked behind Dark Suit. But the only thing we're really missing, Inner Slice, we're still missing Spider Ball. Inner Slice still missing Backpack. Other than that, all runners are in go mode. They just need to go pick up the remainder of their keys and artifacts. Now we're only an hour and 15 in.
Naii, it's those secret targets from the wrong side, which is very nice.
And now he's trying to go out of bounds by using the door to push him through. Now this is one I was talking about, trying to get to Hive Dynamo out of bounds. And right there, just
Boom.
Amazing first try.
That was very fast. Yeah, thankfully Jork is doing reverse frigate, so PVC is not far from go mode.
There's Hive Dynamo taken care of. Now let's see what Naii does. Nope, he's going through Hive Dynamo itself. Not Hive Dynamo, main Dynamo. Dynamo Works, that's what it's called.
Jork?
What about Shorik?
Oh, I thought he was in Biohazard and was like skipping it. I got my rooms mixed up. Never mind, we're good.
Now,
There's
we got
Spider
this.
Ball.
We got the Spider Ball. Don't worry, my friend. We're doing pretty well. Take a deep breath. Everything's all right. All right. Now, Naii, since is going to be trying to get out of bounds again so he can clip into the main section of Hive Dynamo. There we go. Amazing. Screw attack into the tunnel. Terminal fall, and boom, we're on the opposite side. And from what I'm assuming as well, to agree with you, it's possible that the tunnel has the STK, not the Spider Guardian itself. So we're going to get the quads out of our way. We're going to take a peek, and look at that, it's in the tunnel. So now we just have to kill the quads so that we can... Oh, we're not going... Unless we're going to despawn the quads. Or we could be going straight for transit station, but no transit stations on the opposite side. Yeah, we're just going to despawn the quads. So Feisty has all of his artifacts. Just waiting on Naii to get completed. Well, actually, no. Feisty doesn't have all of his artifacts. He's waiting on the Under Temple. But one of my favorite tricks to try to pull off here is what Nai's doing on the bottom right. A good old instant. We're using a slope jump on the entrance of Dynamo to jump up to the tunnel, get an instant morph, so that we can go backwards through the tunnel.
Yeah, I've definitely seen this trick a lot before. This one is very common to learn. Maybe not like one of your first tricks, but a lot of our high-level players know this pretty well. It is really tricky, though. It will absolutely take you like an hour of practice to get this looking consistent.
I completely agree, but once you learn it and you're able to consistently pull it off, go for it. As Spider Guardian, it's himself takes at least a few minutes just to take care of. Spider Guardian's a long fight.
Yeah. If you aren't familiar with this trick, though, you can be here for 20 minutes trying this.
Yeah. But no, Nice still has to go to Under Temple. So Feisty is still short.
This could absolutely be an opportunity for PVC to catch up if Naii doesn't get this.
Indeed, they do have an opportunity to get pushed further. I know, as chat's pointing out, this is a great way to skip your Cobalt translator.
Yes, it skips the translator gate that you have to open to get into the Spider Guardian fight. It is also possible to skip that with an out of bounds, but that's a little tricky. Inner Slice is just going to skip the spider fight. I don't know if you're supposed to do that.
Do what?
Skip the fight with the quad in, what is this, main reactor?
Reactor
No,
core.
that's the Ruminagon.
Reactor core.
Reactor core, thank you. I thought that for some reason that might be something that could crash the game, but I might be misremembering.
No, you are thinking right. It's a different. I think you're thinking of a different room. Main research from Cat West.
Ah, yes.
Because if you try to enter it incorrectly, it will give you a production overflow error and just hard crash it. I've had that so many times, and it's always disappointing. What? No, that's not a quad. That's a what is it? Drat. What's the boss's name? Caretaker drone. That thing.
Caretaker drone, right.
Oh,
Also,
yeah.
worth noting that even though Feisty is done and it's ready to fight the final bosses, because we have to wait for our artifacts, Feisty is not actually gaining any time from being done first, because Feisty isn't going anywhere. That's giving time for Jork to catch up, so it's not going to actually matter that Feisty was ahead, unless we get those artifacts sooner.
It looks like Nice having a bit of trouble with the instant morph.
Absolutely.
But meanwhile, that gives Inner Slice his 7th SDK, courtesy of Cooling Chamber. And Shorik is riding high with 4 artifacts. Yeah, it looks like Nice giving up on the instant morph.
That's a pretty significant time loss.
It is, but many props to him for at least trying. You don't get better until you start practicing.
Inner Slice is gonna take the chance pretty soon to fill up on dark ammo. We're running a little low.
I do want to see maybe one of them try to go for Exo Skip.
It would be interesting to see.
I think I've only ever really seen Sam pull it off consistently. I don't know how he does it. but
Cosmonaut will go for it in a lot of seeds. It really depends. Cosmonaut is very dependent. Sometimes, if he feels he's already winning, he's not going to go for it because he doesn't want to jeopardize anything where he might be ahead.
Right, it is a
So he
significant
mostly
time
does
loss.
it against people where he thinks he didn't play the seed as good as he could have, or and against somebody who's particularly skilled.
It is significant time loss, you know.
Inner Slice is out of dark beam ammo now.
Oh no, whatever will we do?
Well, now this is going to slow us down already because we have to charge up the shot to open this door.
Oh no, it's terrible.
We lost like 1.5 seconds.
Oh.
Hey, that adds up. That adds up.
Oh, don't tell me that. I don't like seeing sadness. I don't like having sad postings in my races. Alrighty, Naii, what are you doing? Can you get the instant morph first? Yes, you did. You landed right on the spider track, and now you're going up for watch station. And look at that, a beautiful artifact of Life Giver. And you fall down. Well, down she goes once again. And it looks like Shorak might have all of his artifacts from his game. So right now, this could just be a complete Echoes seed. Which Echoes runner is able to route the best? The only headache, Inner Slice does not have gravity boost.
Jorik, it's weird that he's pausing in the middle of Chozo. You really do want to go to Artifact Temple if you're done.
Well, either that or he's just taking a quick break. Although an SDK and Sank Vault I really like. This key is so valuable and so important to us, we're going to lock it in our own world in the most secure place ever. In this big old vault. Alright, oh, Inner Slice is not going for the instant morph in Dynamo. He's going to go fight Spider Guardian Vanilla. Alrighty, chat. Well, you didn't get to see an Airy fight, but you do get to see a Spider Guardian fight. And the neat little trick with Spider Guardian is, thankfully, the Spider Magnet tracks for Phase 1 and Phase 4 are activated, which makes Phase 4 just incredibly easy. Phase 1, thankfully, it's the first phase. There's no difficulty to it. Looks like Inner Slice having a bit of a headache with Phase 2.
Jorik has returned.
Oh, he's back. He is
Indeed.
back. All right, Spider Guardian, Phase 3. In my opinion, the worst one.
Definitely understandable.
I'm going to say this right now. I never knew power bombs could damage Spider Guardian.
Understandable that you obviously aren't supposed to have power bombs at this point in the game, since you need Spider Ball to defeat the Power Bomb Guardian.
Yeah. Which is weird how...
oh, is that a patch or change? I didn't realize. I wouldn't have known if you hadn't said it.
Alrighty. Meanwhile, now using his gravity boost to great effect, so we're going to power bombs vaporize Spider Guardian and Vanilla. That explains why I didn't know about it. That's just a big old soft lock. All right.
Good to know. I'll keep that in mind.
And meanwhile, Vicey is just roaming around the artifact temple, taking a great look into
That's
the
gravity
beyond.
boost.
There it is.
Inner Slice has gravity boost.
All right, well, then we can get to Lower Torbus.
I remind me, has Naii actually done the Spider Guardian fight yet?
No, he has not done it yet. But that SDK is still up for grabs. Yeah, he's going straight for Under Temple, it looks like. Fun fact, Power Bomb Guardian is one of the very few bosses that is entirely fought in Morphball. Which I think is a nice little touch. It makes you think and use your head.
I mean, so is Spider Guardian.
Yeah, I mean, it's like one of the few that are only fought in the Morph Ball, you know? You don't get to shoot it, you don't get to do anything else to it.
And Caretaker.
I did say few, so there were a handful in there. It's not like I'm soloing out. This Power Bomb Guardian, I think, is the more more headache causing of the bunch. And part of chat is going against you, saying Caretaker's not a boss.
Like, come on. It has a health bar, doesn't it? Does it?
Not-
I forget.
It doesn't have a visible health bar, no.
Oh, well now I look like an idiot.
Well, there's no visible health bar, but it does require multiple phases. Crossroads, Cat West, Sank Watch Station is what's left on PVC pipe.
I thought it had a health bar like Grapple Guardian and stuff.
No, there's no invisible bar, my friend.
Darn.
Would you like to change your statement, or would you like to keep it for the record?
I would like to solve the puzzle.
Okay, go
I'll
ahead.
buy a Val.
Okay,
E.
there are 14 E's. Good job.
Yes.
Does Feisty know Exoskip? That's a good question. I guess we're about to find out after the Ridley fight. Everybody say hi to Ridley. Where massive damage can be done if you boost ball into his toe. And yes, Ridley roared so loud that the audio was forced to change. Alright, Naii-si has the SDK from Under Temple. We are making good progress. That's 6 keys. He's almost there. We still have to go back to Dynamo and Sank. Alright. Meanwhile, Shork is standing by for his remaining artifacts from Inner Slice. Inner Slice does have a bit of a journey to make. He does have to go all the way back to Crossroads and Aegon. But I think it might be safe to say that Feisty might come out with the shorter time.
Yeah, Inner Slice should really be prioritizing those artifacts and isn't.
But the problem is he's going to go all the way back to Aegon Crossroads for it. And there's no real simple way of getting there.
It is a bit of a catch-22. You're not wrong.
His fastest might be just a save warp. So Inner Slice does have all 9 keys. It's just he's got to go back and get the artifacts scattered everywhere. And meanwhile, Feisty at 1 hour and 28 minutes has reached the Impact Freighter. While Naii still does not have Light Suit. That's 7 keys. 7 keys to Inner Slice to Stork's 5 artifacts. Oy vey, we got a interesting race to see who will get the higher number. Granted, with that late boost ball, that really screwed up getting to Crossroads. Yeah, Taurus, I agree. Taurus and Sank is just wild. But no Exo skip today. We are going to fight the Exo. On. Naii is back at Dynamo Chamber. He's going to attempt the instant morph once again. Meanwhile, Inner Slice has reached Lower Taurus, possibly heading for Under Temple.
I assume so.
I'm worried at this point if Naii keeps attempting Dynamo, they just throw in the towel and go fight Spider Guardian. But it looks like Shorik's over in Fendrana. Why is Shorik in Fendrana? Is there an artifact that he missed? Question mark? Let me go pull up our artifacts once again and double check. Crossroads, Sank Entrance, Hive, Dynamo, and Cache 4, Cache, Cat West, West Station. Their temple. No. All of the artifacts are not in Fen, so I'm not sure what he's doing here.
I think Shorik is just trying to pass the time here. I really would, in this situation, prefer to wait. Because what else do we really want? We have Songburst. We have all of our like combat items.
Looking for flamethrowers, what Adrax's suggestion. Yes, we're looking for flamethrower.
We have all our advisors. We have Boost Ball. We have obviously our Phazon suit, which we need. Our beams. What else could we be looking for? We even have the gravity suit, so we get all of 50% of our damage reduction.
Oh. Well, Nai's going for a different course of action. He's decided to go out of bounds in Dynamo. Well, this is a difficult out of bounds. Let's see what happens. As by screw attacking and morphing in the right position, thanks to the door, we're able to push ourselves right out. We're slowly crawling our way into the spider tunnel. Meanwhile, Intersize completing not Jump Guardian, Power Bomb Guardian. God, 1.5 hour Jump Guardian, you're out of your mind. There's another artifact. That makes 8 artifacts for Jorik. Oh no, and Naii just fell to the bottom.
Ouch.
He was close, but he fell all the way down to the bottom of the Aether box.
That could give some time for PVC to catch up, potentially.
That's really painful.
Because Inner Slice, it already has all the STKs.
Inner Slice
it's hard to say, really. I think Naii-si has, or had, an advantage, but now it's looking a little less certain.
Right now, Inner Slice has to make his way to Aegon Waste. And if he goes through Underground Tunnel, not Underground, yeah, goes through Underground Tunnel, there's an elevator right to Crossroads. So, Inner Slice...
Yeah, we're already out of Lower Aegon, or Lower Torvis, rather.
Yeah, he's definitely going through it. I'd say, yeah.
Naii is climbing this room like a champ, but
he's doing great.
It's still a pretty significant time loss.
That's really painful to see. You're an hour and a half in at the final stretch, just to have a ceiling warp failure. As for the SDKs, what? It's got to be in. Let's see. No.
Does Shorik know how to do the exoskip?
I'm unsure. I don't think I've ever seen him do it.
I don't think so. I haven't seen it either.
But amazing recovery from Naii, though. Great job. Okay, pulled it off quickly. There it is. That's the final artifact for Jorik. He's now going to fight Ridley. Now, Inner Slice is going to use a save station to just warp back to landing site and head straight for Sky Temple Gateway. And Naii fell again, it looks like, so we're going to have to climb all the way back up. So that's 2 falls in Dynamo. It's a very risky trick. But he did his best. At least he got the key. That's right, chat. At least he got the chat.
Now, because this is an SDK, Naii does actually have to climb back out of the room, because we can't just reset that like we would if it was an artifact.
That is correct.
because he picked it up in his own game, it is his own item. Any resets.
Naii still has to blow it quite a bit for PVC to be really in this. I still think Naii-si has the advantage here, but it's getting pretty slim. It's getting pretty slim here.
Yeah, so the last one that Naii needs is a Cursed Lake. So Naii can just use a save station, warp back to landing site, go straight for it. But it's going to be really close. And that's time, 1:35:27.
It might come down to whether Naii gets centered. That could actually decide this race.
Yeah, that's a first G for Feisty.
But like prime final bosses take so long, it might not even matter if Naii gets centered. It's hard to say.
But meanwhile, Shorik is going to the Impact Crater, Inner Slice, Sky Temple grounds. Or not grounds, Sky Temple itself. Meanwhile, can double check.
If Shorik has Exoskip on tap, that would win PVC the game. But I don't think he does.
Oh, Flamethrower and Ice Ruins East. Look at that.
So close and yet so far.
All right, well, we got a calculator ready. Someone correct me. Was it the sum of the combined times? We're already at a 1:35:27. And say hello to the Emperor Ring.
We're using super strats today.
Personally, I'm more a fan of the Annihilator strats. But that's just me.
We have Sunburst, so we should probably be using that, but, you know, the super strats are pretty easy.
And this is why we needed Spider Ball, just for this little portion. But with that being said, Essence
Inglet causes us a bit of time loss, knocking us off. That's not going to help Inner Slice end.
No, but
we do get a 4 with that power bomb, which is always very good. And one more. There we go.
There we go. Emperor Ring 3. You know the best way to destroy the Emperor Ring, the main antagonist of this entire thing? Just break his kneecaps.
Yeah, I think at this point, yeah, it's definitely Naie's game. Naii would have to screw up pretty majorly still to lose this, just because of that lead that Feisty got. Like, Shorik is still... They're already 3 minutes ahead just because Feisty's already done. There's no way without taking a death or something absolutely massive like that. Even with a death, you do just come back right at Sky Temple after beating Emperor Ring. I don't see any way PVC Pipe takes this.
Well, give it time. Give it time. Alright, now let's see if Inner Slice doesn't get centered. We have to do a set amount of damage to keep Dark Samus from going into a center mode. Alright, now most likely we're going to see a Dark Beam Missile strat. Oh, screw attack. And it almost landed. Where's Dark Samus at? There she is. Alright. What Inner Slice is doing here, we're going to use a missile to force Dark Samus to raise her Phazon shield. And by doing that, it stops her animation for movement. In that frame where the shield lowers, we have a few frames where we can fire some shots off at her. By repeating this process, we're just going to whittle down her health without her entering the next phase. This is one of my favorite things to witness in real time. It's so precise. Thankfully, due to unlimited missiles, we have so many attempts at getting this. That's
And there we
time
go.
for Inner Slice. 140, 10.
Naii would have to finish the game like 5 minutes slower than Shorak does, and Shorak still isn't done. So I don't think there's any way.
Hey, we gotta have hope. We're supposed to stay positive here at SpeedGaming.
Shorak still hasn't even started Essence yet.
Hey, give him some time. We can make it. Come on, man. Someone's got to stay positive. And Inner Slice's timer is still going.
That's not supposed to be happening. You call time once the cutscene starts.
I would call a time about it at 140:10 just to be safe.
Something like that.
Yeah, that's what I'm going with the final time, just 140:10. But we can get a precise time in the restream. Inner Slice, stop your timer! You've already beaten the game, my friend. Stop your timer!
Not yet. We haven't escaped Dark Aether. Or we haven't escaped.
That doesn't mean anything!
We gotta open this portal first. Okay,
140:07. I'll go with that.
Oh no, we gotta get out. Inner Slice, hurry up, get out. Get through the portal.
Just out
okay,
for the
time.
love.
It's time.
What do you mean time? Okay, really? We're gonna have on a whole minute?
We escaped Dark Aether. We had to do that first.
Oh, vey. Alright, so we're coming down to the finals here. Naii and Shorak. Yeah, his timer's not synced properly. 140:07 for final. All right, so Emperor Ring 3 is almost taken care of. Great
okay, that's
screw
short
attack.
done. Naii has 4 minutes and 30 seconds to complete the game,
So that's
which is a ton of time. So I think we're good here. I think Naii-si's got this in the bag.
142:29. So with the combined time with 1, 2, 9.
I'm not going to mark Team PVC Pipe done because the interface will say that they're first place, but they're not.
What do you mean 282? I did my math wrong. There's no way it went over 82 is not a number. Not for this format. Damn calculator.
Yeah, we've got like 4 minutes for Naii-si to complete the game, which should be plenty of time. Even if we get centered, I think that's plenty of time.
36. 48, that's 82. Was 22, so carry the 22. If I'm correct, that should be a 322.36 overall for the if we add both of them. Now 135.27. $35. That's GG. 319 versus a 322. By a matter of 3 minutes. Naii-si has been declared the winner. By a matter of 3 minutes. All right, we're gonna send some invites out. We're gonna see if we can get both teams in here for a post-commentary session. But good games overall to all of our runners. So that means Naii-si will be facing off. Look at that. Well, welcome, Naii-si. Congratulations.
Hello, Team Naii-si.
His heart.
My heart. My left hand is shaking. I cannot stop it.
You won.
You won with 3 minutes to spare.
Yep. PVC
So,
was
I made
like
an interesting.
PVC did not play cleanup as well as you guys, but they were on your tail. If you had failed any more of that stuff in sync, it would have been a really close race.
Yeah. Okay, so Dynamoverse, after failing Dynamoverse for a bit, I went like, you know what? During my any percent runs, I discovered you can grab it from below and out of bounds. So I'm actually gonna go replicate that. And like, I didn't mind falling down to the bottom as much because I knew I would have taken longer. But honestly, at that point, I think it was probably faster to
And we
have
have
run
Team
Spider
PVC
Guardian.
pipe in here as well.
GG's.
GG.
Good game.
Team Naii-si has won, by the way. You guys came in second place by 3 minutes.
Mm-hmm. We got the calculator up.
I had an interesting essence. Because, let's see, I messed up with the first pool, which ended up making Essence drop a second pool almost instantly, or halfway through that pool. And then I did not get pool skipped, because I thought I would get pool skipped as a result from doing that. And then a Fission Metroid decided that it wanted to live, and I said no afterwards.
Well, that must have been an interesting experience.
Oh yeah, that's probably my fastest 3 pool ever, or with that accident that happened. And then, can we talk about Frigate always having something as of late?
Yeah, Frigate has been a lot more bountiful than usual. For just having 3 items, it's wild to get that spider ball. That was a massive find for Team Naii-si actually found it first by quite a margin. That might have influenced some of the routing decisions PVC made. Inner Slice, can you actually talk a bit about your routing for cleanup?
I'm just disappointed that I forgot to get Crossroads. I was like convinced that I picked it up at some point when I did in cash for it.
Is that
And
what
then-
it was?
And then when Dorek was reading off his artifacts he didn't have yet, he told me I didn't have Crossroads, and I was like, I really thought I got that, but I guess I didn't.
Yeah, there's like a big mess of notes. We leave repeating all the
That's such a
artifacts
shame.
Yeah.
in the voice
If you had
chat
gotten that,
thing.
it would have been a win for sure.
Whoever uses that voice channel next is gonna be like, "What the hell is going on here?"
Nice.
Yeah, that I don't know if that would have been a win. It was like 90 seconds probably for both of us, so maybe it's hard to say. It would have been really close if I hadn't
I don't
done
think
that.
it would have. I don't think it would have changed the result.
Okay, yeah, you're probably right.
So, my early game, I never went to Meditation Fountain. I went through the back door. Because I chased that Varia as soon as I could. And I ended up stumbling into several things along the way. All the while, we're both stressing out because we haven't found Nai's space jump yet.
Your space jump was in a great location with that storage B.
It was hinted somewhat, at least.
At least you had information on it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, let's see. You had all your translators fairly early, though.
Yeah, we were not wanting for hints this seed.
Yeah, getting all of your translators so early is definitely very helpful, especially since you guys decided not to start with Violet today. It was pretty remarkable to see all of those translators show up so early. The only one that was really hanging out of reach for a long time was Emerald, and even that one was only in Gallery Tunnel, wasn't it?
Yeah, which I semi-hot dogged because I remembered about
Both
it
of you
after I
came back
ran
to it
around.
pretty soon. Feisty, you were the second one to get Emerald Translator, but that was still pretty, not by like a massive margin.
I've done the rest of Chozo before I got the Emerald.
Could have been worse.
True.
I guess a fair question to ask. Is there anything you two would have done differently, knowing what you do now? Anything you would prefer to
Just
change?
pick up Crossroads when I was there.
Go for Crossroad.
Yeah,
Okay,
it was kind of a bad situation because like I had a feeling that my spider was in his game, but I still had to like do checks myself. I really couldn't do a ton of like artifact and STK cleanup because like a good chunk of those needed spider. So I was kind of stuck. I was just trying to like while I'm looking for spider, get the couple of artifacts and SDKs that are available without spider.
Yeah, you were stuck waiting for Biohazard to get that.
Yeah.
Which I like to point out, we're supposed to go through Magmore through the side door into mines, go get thermal, and backtrack all the way to go get that spider ball.
Well, you
We
know the
weren't supposed to go in
Metroid.
through the front door.
You know the series full of backtracking and nonsense. Not to mention your Varia was found practically early on Temple Assembly site.
I was thinking
Yeah,
about
that wasn't a huge impact for the seed, but not having to worry about that going into the mid game definitely played a role.
Yeah, I was thinking about going to Magmore early. Ended up doing Chozo and found his Amber on the way out of whatever that room is, Overgrown Cavern.
Yeah, and then Cobalt was just right in FTS.
I'm not sure if that was actually like better or worse than doing Magmore early. 'Cause that got
Yeah,
me-
it's hard to say. Screw attack wasn't like super necessary, especially since his space jump. It took Inner Slice a while to find that.
Yeah, can we stop putting
And obviously, Space Jump was
behind
behind the Amber, so to use Screw Attack properly, you also needed Amber.
Can we stop putting Space Jump behind Hive Mecha, please? Thanks.
No, I don't think we will.
It's kind of cliche, but definitely going to happen again.
It was interesting how Prime, your artifacts seem to almost always be in Becco's.
Inner Slice and I ran a practice yesterday, and we normally don't do that Saturdays, so it's kind of weird. And like 4 of the items early game were in the same spots, so we were like, "Is this the same as yesterday?"
Well, at least you had some beforehand knowledge. You had some sort of
It's
preparedness.
almost like we ran the seed before, and then it was all different. So didn't really do anything.
I guess with that, is there anything that really gave you a challenge? I mean,
I was stressing about the whole spireless MQA because I know I'm rusty about that, but we ended up finding that shortly before I needed it.
I fell
Yeah,
down that room like 8 times trying to get the.
That MSB hint was clutch.
Boosted in QB is rude.
yeah, it took it forever to find it.
That's just plain rude.
And now it seemed like you had a bit of trouble trying to get Spider's treasure off of Dynamo.
Yeah, I need to derust that.
You fell. You fell twice.
That was me experimenting. Honestly, like I only learned that from any percent because I on accident space jumped there. So I went like, oh, let's try it again.
Well, hey, it's always good to get some practice in.
Yeah, because normally what I would have done was gotten the key, not actually fallen down, and screw attacked all the way to Worker's Path, which would load around me.
I see where you're trying to lead. Right, well, we don't have a setup for that.
Any final remarks?
When in doubt, frigate.
True that. In terms of upcoming races, I don't see any others in the schedule. Obviously, any future races would have to have waited for this one to finish, but I'm sure we'll have our next race scheduled very soon. We're very far into the bracket stage. We're approaching our finals. Is the next race our finals?
I believe I think we have the semifinals coming up next.
Oh, okay,
against-
okay. So we still need to do a few more races.
We still have a handful more, but I believe the next setup we have will be against Partners in Prime.
Interesting.
Yeah, Partners in Prime against, was it Naii-si? That's bound to be
Awesome.
interesting.
And you could follow our runners in the chat, as well as my co-commentator, Marion Law 71 on Twitch TV. Do you stream anything?
Oh, not too much. Maybe a few Randovanias here and there, but not much.
We'll definitely go drop him a follow if you're feeling it. And I'm just going to go ahead and finish the episode there. See you next mission, guys.
GG.
Bye.
Yep, we'll see you next
Bye-bye.
mission.
See ya.
Yeah.